Welcome to Fearless and Free. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Hey y'all, welcome to Fearless and Free. I think y'all know who we are by now, but if you don't, I'm Meredith and this is Tanya.
That's right.
And we are back. I hope that you have been enjoying these videos. We have certainly been enjoying doing them.
Yeah.
I know that it brings us joy even if one person feels like they are more supported, more loved, and not alone in their journey.
Yeah.
So we hope that y'all have felt that way.
Yeah.
Today, we are going to be talking about the subject of hope.
That's right. We're really excited about it. You know, we've talked a lot about our faith. We are believers, and so we talk about that a lot. And something we really wanted to talk about today is that as believers, we don't lose our faith. We believe in Jesus Christ. We believe in Him no matter what happens, no matter what seasons we're going through, no matter how hard life gets, we hold on to Him. But we do have seasons where we lose hope. And we read about that so many times in the Bible. People who lost hope along the way had seasons where they had real doubts and how they got themselves out of that. So that's really what we wanted to talk about today is what happens when we are losing hope and feeling hopeless, and what can we do to just regain that again. And so we wanted to really pull from the scripture in Proverbs. It talks about how when hope is deferred, the heart grows sick. And what that means is that, no, we don't lose our faith. We are still believers, but what happens is that we lose our Godward momentum in a life. So instead of making our decisions from a place of hope, instead of making our decisions from a place of God is enough and God can do anything and God can do the impossible, we start to make decisions from a place of doubt. We start to make decisions that are just comfortable, that are just, will settle for whatever we're going through, whether that's physical pain, whether that's relational pain, whether that's waiting on an unanswered prayer, mental struggles. We start to settle and plan our life around the idea that things will never get better instead of from a place of hope.
Right. And so what we want to talk about today are just some practical ways that we are able to combat growing weary, combat growing stagnant. That is the hardest place sometimes to be, is to be in a place where you feel like you're not moving. We were created as humans to have forward motion. And so we know that as believers, one of the most exciting thing is having a vision and getting to work backwards from that vision. It talks about in Proverbs as well that when the people don't have vision, they perish. I mean, they literally perish. And so what we want today is we want to partner with hope. We want to partner with faith in this journey of whatever challenges you're facing, anxiety, depression, whatever it may be before you today, that looks like your Goliath, that looks like your mountain. We want to say, no, get out of my way. I am journeying ahead.
Absolutely.
So that's exactly what I talk about. Y'all know that I am a big journaler. I'm really big about whatever thought is going through your mind, it needs to get out, because that way you can take it captive. And so what I do is, if there is a part of my life, if there's a part of my heart that I can see myself being stagnant in, I can see myself growing weary in, I get out that trusty journal and I write down every single place and every single way that there's darkness. And then I will go through the scriptures and go through the word, and I will find different verses just to combat what that thought is. Now, journaling is awesome and getting it all out. And I journal as if God is literally on the receiving end of my letter, reading every bit of it, because I know He is. He's hearing my thoughts. He's hearing my heart. He's hearing my desires. He's there. He's in all of it with me. But it's really important, I think, that we do something, that there is some sort of action that is behind whatever it is that we're journaling.
Absolutely.
Because when we are able to say, I am not going to just sit in my bed and journal, like I am going to get out and I'm going to take a step in faith, then the enemy knows that we mean business by that. And so whatever it is, whatever desire you have, whatever it is that you think you've lost hope in, how awesome is it and how sweet of a thing is it for God to see His son or His daughter taking steps, even though it seems like it might be dark or the future might be bleak. What if you were to just think of all the possibilities, all of the options and the realm of possibilities that existed in terms the hopeful way, the positive way that it could go in whatever situation it is. And then you started taking steps as if that was going to happen. So imagine a life as if, you know, the outcome that you want to happen. Start taking steps in that direction. And what God does is he meets you there. He honors that heart of faith. He honors that heart that carries hope against all odds and that steps out even though there's risk involved.
Absolutely. And that hope that Meredith's talking about, the more you take those steps, that more that hope will grow. And what I want you to remember, if you are feeling hopeless or if you're feeling doubtful about a situation, what that looks like if you're letting doubt and hopelessness control your decisions is that you have made it through the wilderness. You are standing in front of your promised land. You see giants and you turn around and walk back into the wilderness. You're making that choice. That's not what we're called to do. What we're called to do is remember we've made it through the wilderness. Remember that we have been given that land, and let the hope fuel us to step into our promised land no matter what giants we see before it.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? What are you facing? Would you like us to pray for you this week? Just let us know in the comments below. And we hope that you have just an awesome, joy-filled, and hope-filled week.
And as we always like to say here, whatever it is that you feel like God is calling you to do, go ahead and do it afraid.
Yes, do it afraid.
We love y'all.
Bye. Is it rolling?
Yes.
Perfect.
The word today, the day of the word today is
The day of the word today? The word of the day?
Yes, both.
So we just wanted to talk about hope a little bit today.
You know. Okay.
That looks good, I think.
Yeah, let's go.
Perfect. All right.